Good morning, Halldale Hawks. I trust everyone had a fabulous March weekend. It's the second week of March and we're off to great things again. 96% attendance last week. Remember to be present every day. Remember to log into Schoology and attend Zoom classes. Remember, Halldale Hawks show how responsible they are by attending school every day and doing their best. So let's keep up the good work. And congratulations to Mr. Barreras, second grade, and Ms. Jenkins, second grade. They had 100% attendance last week. You've earned 20 Hawk dollars. Attendance is earned by attending Zoom classes and logging to Schoology every day. We can do it. And teachers and students, I have sent you the most recent Hawk dollar chart along with the weekly bulletin. And again, you're off to a good start. Everyone earns 10 Hawk dollars every week for having a really good week. And we earn additional Hawk dollars for perfect attendance and for caught being good tickets. So keep up the good work. Remember, we earn these by being responsible, by being respectful, by being safe, and being a leader. Being responsible, doing the right thing, doing all my work, and being on time. Being respectful, be courteous, have good manners, talk respectfully to adults, remember to use appropriate words. Be safe, use the appropriate websites, use the correct language. Remember to practice social distancing, remember to wear our masks, remember to wash our hands frequently while we are still in a pandemic. Be a leader. Be able to solve problems, work with others in order to solve them. Take initiative. And this last week, caught being good, lots of highlights. Congrats to Alessandra, Axel, Emily, Andres, Gael, Giovanni, Lionel, and Miwa for being super readers in Miss Leon's class in the A through Z learning program. They are just on fire with reading and doing absolutely tremendous things. Room 1, congratulations to Nathan, Yairitzi, and Kenji for signing into art lessons this last week with Miss Maddox. They had a really good time. Room 33, congrats to Belen, Bentley, Zuri, Noah, Taylor, Melissa, Kennedy, Kendall, Ivy, Casey, Camellia, and Allison, again for turning in all their asynchronous work and all their homework is on time. Outstanding scholars. And in room 13, some shout outs. Isaac for his constant participation last week. He is excited to participate in the morning math warm-ups and he does really well in the small group reading. And Chelsea for her participation in small groups. She asks lots of questions when the work is confusing and she is excited to learn. And that's what it takes. If you don't understand, you have to ask questions. Still be excited to learn, but ask questions so you can get clarification. And Anukamba and Zolash for their constant participation in class. Damien for logging into class even when he is on the go. Kaylee for being the spirit to room 13. She actively participated in Read Across America last week by sharing her culture and by dressing up as the famous artist Frida Kahlo. She inspires everybody to do their best. And I have a second slide of caught being good. More shout outs. Room 4, Noel, Ethan, William, Leonardo, Elizabeth, Crystal, completing their Module 1 in Zern for math. They're keeping up with the lessons. They're working hard to understand and how to explain these math problems. They're math wizards. Viviana, Samantha, Aldrin, Tyler, Andres, Emiliano, Noel, Julian. They're keeping their cameras on during Zoom, participating and trying their best every day. They make learning fun because they're involved with sharing their answers, their ideas, and asking questions. Again, that's what learning is all about. Room 11, Farah, Edsel, and Steve for completing all their assignments in IXL, very responsible and very dedicated. And finally, in room 16, these are the readers this week. Gael, Xavier, Brian, Jose, Yael, Bella, Yvette, Alondra, and Maxwell for meeting their 40 minutes of reading on Amplify Reading Online this week. Emily and Brianna read nearly an hour this last week. Molly read nearly 2, and Valerie read nearly 3 hours. Way to go. Readers are leaders. We get better at reading by reading. The more practice we do, the better we will get at it. And last week was Read Across America, and lots of fun celebrations went on. Just a few slides of our favorite books. We have Miss Morales' class here who chose The Shape of Me and Other Stuff. They learned how to trace their hand, and as you can see, they made very interesting designs with their hands. Lots of fun. And in Miss Lee's class, we dressed up with Cat in the Hat, and then we showcased our favorite books, from One Fish to Fox on Socks. Lots of good books. And some more close-ups there of Miss Lee's class. And this is Miss Wu's class, room 11. They studied the Lorax because that's their favorite book. That's the guy that speaks for the trees, all about saving the trees. As you can see there, they all dressed up in the spirit. We have the Grinch, and you see those two fabulous house building designs there by two of our students. That's the house from the Lorax. So absolutely wonderful. And again, I'm really, really impressed with those designs. A lot of fun. Thank you everyone for participating. And again, just a few more pics of Dr. Seuss. And some classroom highlights from last week. Everybody's been working really, really hard, and it's nice to showcase some of the work that all of you are doing. Miss Kelly's class has been working on learning about the presidents, and they did some writing, If I Were President. I wasn't able to put all the slides in, but just a few highlights. So some of the writings in Miss Kelly's class: if I were president, I would make people be kind. I agree, that's so important. If we could all be kind to each other, things would go so much better. And when I'm president, I would tell everybody about the pandemic and the coronavirus and about the children going back to school and staying safe and wearing a mask, to go safely outside and stay safe and to stay 6 feet apart. I agree with you. Those are all good practices we need to keep. If I were president, I would help the homeless people. I would like to change our city by stop littering. Two very good ideas. I agree. It is really, really important that everybody have a place to call home. And I agree that keeping our city clean is important. And just by picking up the paper around the city would be a big start. And if I were president, I would ask people to be nice to each other. I would try to have them go out and do good things and to make the world a better place to live. I agree, Dominic. That's what we all want. And in Miss Heber's class, they've been writing away these past few weeks. They've had choices on whether they could write a nonfiction piece or a fiction piece. And here are just two strong examples of the great work happening in 4th grade. So, informational writing about earthquakes. This is by Anu Kamba. This is so great. I learned so many things about the earthquakes. I want you to pay attention to all the little techie things she added too. Did a really good job on that. Earthquakes, 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 because they are a big deal in California. So the more we know about it, the safer we can be. I agree. Hi, reader. Today I am going to tell you about earthquakes. If you live in an area with lots of earthquakes, then you better start reading this. I agree. What is an earthquake and how does it happen? We know it shakes. An earthquake is a movement of the earth. It happens when the plate tectonics rub against each other. While it rubs against each other, it creates pressure. Finally, it releases pressure that has built up, and that is what we call an earthquake. We use these things called a seismograph to determine the strength of an earthquake. 7.0 or above are major earthquakes, like the one that happened in San Francisco. It was an 8.0 earthquake. Hard to imagine the destruction that was caused by it, right? Yes, a lot of destruction. And a second story, this was a fiction piece by Kaylee, and it is a trickster tale, something that the 4th grade students have been learning as well. And again, this one is called The Rabbit and the Hawk. One evening, a rabbit was in a field enjoying some carrots that she had just taken from the farmer, when all of a sudden she sees something soaring in the sky. Oh no, it's a hawk, thought the rabbit. The hawk landed next to the rabbit and said to her, you're going to be my next meal. And the rabbit responded to the hawk and said, well, you shouldn't eat me now. I'm so dirty. Let me go off to wash in the river. You stay here. Interesting thought. Rabbit had not come back for hours. The hawk noticed Rabbit had been gone for a long time. The hawk went to the river only to find the rabbit not there. A few hours later, she found Rabbit behind a wheelbarrow sleeping. When she landed next to the wheelbarrow, she wakes up the rabbit. She says to Rabbit, you lied to me. You have let me starve for hours. Now you are definitely not going to get away now. Once again, Rabbit responded, oh no, you surely don't want to eat me now. I'm really, really, really sick. Wait a few hours, and I will surely be better. And Hawk said, I guess I don't want to get sick from eating you. A few hours later, the hawk finds the rabbit sleeping in their rabbit hole. She wakes up Rabbit and once again says, you are not getting away from me now. Once again, the rabbit said, okay, fine, you can eat me, but one last thing. And Hawk responded, what is it? Rabbit noticed there was a bird catcher right behind the hawk. And the rabbit said, watch out, there's a bird catcher right behind you. And the bird catcher caught the hawk, and the hawk was never to be seen again. The end. The bird catcher actually taught the hawk to be nicer to little animals. I agree. And again, that's a trickster tale. Wonderful story, Kaylee. So, Halldale Hawks, I want you to have another great week. I want you to keep learning, growing, being who you are, and just some thoughts. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Think about what that means. And I also want you to remember to never give up because great things take time. There's lots of things out there, but like it says, it takes time. You have to be patient. You have to keep at it. Just like all the students you heard about this week that keep reading, keep writing, keep doing their very best, asking lots of questions when they need more clarification. That's what it's all about. All right, have a super great week. See you soon.